Hey there, and welcome. Today, we're diving into something that's at the heart of the Christian faith, devotion. What is it exactly? Why does it matter so much? And how do people actually live it out in everyday life? Stick around because we're unpacking all of that, and you might just discover a new way to connect with God. Let's start with the big question. What is Christian devotion? At its core, it's about expressing love, loyalty, and commitment to God. But it's more than just going to church on Sundays. Devotion is personal. It's a daily choice to draw closer to God through prayer, study, service, and more. Think of it as your spiritual connection woven into your everyday life. It's how your faith becomes more than just belief. It becomes a way of living. Now let's take a look at some of the most meaningful ways Christians show that devotion in action. Let's start with a familiar one. Reading the Bible. Whether it's reflecting on a psalm in the morning or doing an in-depth study of the Gospels, Scripture helps us know God's heart. Many use devotionals like Jesus Calling or Bible apps to stay consistent and inspired. It's a simple yet powerful way to start or end the day. Next up is prayer. The heartbeat of a devoted life can be quiet, personal time with God, or something shared in a group. From traditional prayers like the Lord's Prayer to journaling your thoughts to God, prayer opens that line of connection and reminds us we're never alone. Then there's music. Hymns and worship songs help us express our hearts when words fall short. Whether it's a timeless song like Amazing Grace or something modern from Elevation Worship, music has a way of lifting our spirits and drawing us into God's presence. Some devotions involve letting go. Fasting is a powerful way to shift your focus from physical needs to spiritual ones. It's often practiced during Lent, but it can happen anytime. It's not just about giving something up. It's about growing closer to God through that sacrifice. If you like structure, daily devotionals are a great option. Books, websites, and apps offer quick reflections tied to Scripture, something you can read while sipping coffee or during your commute. They keep your faith front and center even on busy days. But devotion isn't just inward. It shows up in how we treat others too. Acts of service are a powerful expression of faith. Helping at a soup kitchen, checking on a friend, or volunteering at church. These are all ways we live out Jesus' love. Certain times of year bring special devotions, like Advent, Lent, and Easter. Lighting candles, reading reflections, or attending sunrise services. These practices help us remember key moments in Jesus' life and make those seasons more meaningful. For some, devotion means taking a journey. Pilgrimages, whether to Jerusalem or a quiet retreat center, can be deeply spiritual. Stepping away from routine and walking in the footsteps of faith often brings new insight and renewal. Not every devotion involves doing something. Sometimes it's about simply being still. Silence and solitude allow us to quiet the noise, listen for God's voice, and rest in His presence. And finally, we have the sacred rituals, baptism and communion. These are more than just traditions. They're outward expressions of God's grace and reminders of His promises. Participating in them is an act of devotion that strengthens our faith and community. Pretty amazing, right? There's no one-size-fits-all when it comes to devotion. Whether it's reading Scripture, serving others, or simply sitting in silence, your way of connecting with God is unique to you. So let me ask you, what's your favorite form of devotion? I'd love to hear about it in the comments. And if this video encouraged you, be sure to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need a little spiritual inspiration today. Thanks for listening, and until next time, stay blessed and keep your heart centered on God.